Hi Stampers, this is Holly from rubberredneck.typepad.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today's video, I'm going to be demonstrating how to make this fun and cute card. Now, I made this card for my $10-15 club. And what that is 10 people make a commitment to spend $15 per month for 10 months with me. And each person will get 1 month as their hostess month and receive the hostess benefits for that month. For more information on my $10-15 club, please visit my blog, rubberredneck.typepad.com, for more details. I will have a link on my blog that says $10-15 club for you to click on. Each member in my club also receives a monthly project in the mail from me that I created. And this is the project my club members are receiving for August. Along with the completed project, they also receive the paper kit to create the project that I've made. There are no stamped images in the paper kit, and they also receive a hand typed up direction sheet as well. Now this month's card project is using the Flower Shop stamp set and the stamp set called For You. Now to create the card, you want to cut one piece of rich raspberry cardstock at 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. Then you score it at 4 1/4. Once you have it scored, you're going to take your bone folder and crease on the score line. And then you want to set your card base aside for a second. Then you're going to cut one piece of tempting turquoise cardstock at 4 inches by 5 1/4. Once you have that cut, you're going to run it through the Big Shot with the chevron embossing folder to give it that texture. Then you want to cut one piece of the Sweet Taffy Designer Series paper in the multi pattern. And you're going to cut that at 1.5 inches by 5 1/4. Once you have that cut, you're going to glue this to your tempting turquoise cardstock. And you just want to glue it towards the top of the tempting turquoise. Just place it right on there. And you'll notice the cardstock overhangs a little bit on the edge. When you run your cardstock through the Big Shot with the embossing folders, it shrinks the cardstock down just a little bit. Then you want to cut one piece of the Sweet Taffy Designer Series paper in the Daffodil Delight pattern. Cut that at 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. Then you're going to put some glue onto the back and you're going to place this onto the tempting turquoise. Now you want to go so that you have about a 1/4 inch gap here. And then you want to cut one piece of old olive cardstock, punch it out with the dotted ribbon scallop punch, and then you're going to glue this to the layers. Now what I do, because you have the little holes, the glue will bleed through there, so I just put just a little bit of glue right down the center between the holes. Then you're going to place this so that bottom row of holes on the old olive cardstock lines up so it is right on the Sweet Taffy Designer Series paper, that Daffodil Delight pattern. So that's what you see. And then once you have that on there, turn your cardstock over and just trim off any of the excess that you have hanging here. So just use your scissors to trim right off that paper edge there that's overhanging. Then you want to cut 6 inches of the 3/4 Pumpkin Pie Chevron Ribbon. And you're going to place a glue dot on each end of the ribbon and then wrap this around your layers. And when you wrap this around, you want to cover up the top part of that old olive cardstock. So then you've just completely hid that gap that was there. Then you want to cut 6 inches of the 1/4 inch Daffodil Delight cotton ribbon. Place a glue dot on each end. And then you're going to place that so it's on top of the Pumpkin Pie Chevron Ribbon. Then you want to cut one piece of Tempting Turquoise cardstock, and you want to cut that at 1 inch by 3 inches. Once you have that cut, take the stamp from For You stamp set, ink it in Tempting Turquoise, and stamp onto the Tempting Turquoise cardstock. Then you're going to put some glue onto the back. And then what you want to do is put it on the right side, and you're going to slide it in under the ribbon so that the designer paper, the sweet taffy, is still showing. Then you're ready to glue this to the front of your card base. So just put some glue onto the back of the cardstock, and then attach that right to the front. Then you want to take your stamp from Flower Shop, and you're going to ink it in Rich Razzleberry, and you want to stamp 2 flowers out. Then you're going to punch that out using the pansy punch, and then you're going to take the other stamp from Flower Shop, ink it in the Memento Tuxedo black pad, and stamp onto a piece of Whisper White and punch that out with the pansy punch. Then you'll color this with the Melon Mambo Blendability markers. And then once you have those colored, you want to put stamping dimensionals onto the back of the Rich Razzleberry ones. And then you're just going to place them onto the left side of your card. And then you want to put one onto the back of the one you colored. And remember, when you color that with your blendabilities, that you put a piece of cardstock underneath, because it kind of bleeds through and you don't want to get the marker on your surface anywhere, on your work surface. And then just place that one to the left of the Rich Razzleberry ones. Then once you have those on there, you want to take a bright candy dot and use the Tempting Turquoise one. Place that right in the center of your colored flower, and then you want to take some Rhinestone Basic Jewels, and you're going to place 2 in the center of the Rich Razzleberry flowers. And then you want to put 3 down here on the bottom, and you're going to start with the larger one, and then take one of the medium-sized rhinestones, and put that in the center from where the first one was that you placed. And then take one of the larger ones again and add another one to the right of that medium-sized one. So then you'll have a row of 3 rhinestones on your Tempting Turquoise cardstock. And then you're ready to create a bow out of the Daffodil Delight quarter cotton ribbon. So just create your bow, snip your ends, and then attach that with a glue dot and place that over here onto all the layers of ribbon. So there's the front of the card. Now to create the inside of the card, you're going to cut 1 piece of Tempting Turquoise cardstock at 4 inches by 5 1/4. Run that through the Big Shot with the chevron embossing folder for that texture. Cut 1 piece of Whisper White cardstock at 3 3/4 by 4 inches. Once you have that cut, you're just going to put some glue onto the back or onto one side, and then you're just going to place that right onto the Tempting Turquoise cardstock in the center. Then you want to cut 1 piece of the Sweet Taffy Designer Series paper in that multi-pattern. Cut that at 3 1/4 by 1 1/2. Once you have that cut, put some glue on the back and then place that over here on the right side. And you want to line up the edge with the Whisper White cardstock and be about 1/4 inch up from the bottom. Then you're ready to glue this to the inside of your Rich Razzleberry card. Now you've completed your little Flower Shop card. Thank you for watching.